Good evening, everybody. If we'll go ahead and call to order the Planning Commission for April 8th, 2024. If you'll please call the roll.
Yes, Commissioners Borja, Conklin,
Here.
Corona Sabagnano,
Here.
Devlin,
Here.
and Rathel.
Here.
And we do have our quorum with those members present.
If you'll please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
If you'll please make the announcements for this evening.
Yes, so the county fosters public engagement during the meeting and encourages public participation, civility, and use of courteous language. To make an in-person public comment, please complete a speaker request form and hand it to the clerk, and the chairperson will call your name when it's your turn to make a public comment. You may also send a written comment to board clerk, pardon me, at saccounty.gov, and your comment will be routed to the board and filed in the record.
Thank you so much. And I understand we are moving item number 2 to the non-contested portion of the agenda. Is that correct?
Yes, Jessica Brandt with Planning and Environmental Review. That is correct. We are asking for the commission to make a recommendation vote on this item, so we asked to move it to the non-contested portion.
Thank you so much. Will you please call item number 1?
So your item number 1 this evening is a time extension approximately 700 feet north of Florin Road and west of South Watt Avenue in the South Sacramento community. The environmental document is an addendum.
Thank you. Since this is a non-contested item, I know we did receive some community feedback. Has that been resolved?
Yeah, so we had concerns expressed to me.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Christopher Alberts. I'm the lead planner for the subject project here, the Florin Vineyards 102 time extension. I did receive some public comments regarding roadway improvements, in which were resolved as of last week. A lot of it was regarding what improvements will be done, and we were able to contact DOT and were able to respond to the applicant.
Sounds good. Do we have any public commenters this evening for item number 1?
And we do not.
All
None
right.
in the chambers.
Sounds good. Any requests for a staff presentation this evening? All right. Any questions for staff on the item this evening?
I would go ahead and make a motion to approve the staff recommendation approving the EIR and the CEQA addendum as adequate and extending the time for 6 years.
Perfect. We'll give the applicant an opportunity to present and address the commission if they would like this evening. Not required at all, but if you'd like to, you're welcome.
I recommend giving the applicants okay on the conditions since they have changed, even if only in technical ways, non-substantive ways.
Sounds good. We'll get you sworn in.
If you please raise your right hand, and the appropriate response is I do. Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give this commission is the truth, so help you God? And if you do not swear, do so affirm? I do. If you'd state your name for the record and make the statement, I have been sworn.
My name is Rick Langdon. What was the last part of it?
I have been sworn.
And I have been sworn, sorry.
Thank you. Okay, please proceed.
Really, I was just stepping up to see if anybody had any questions. I can answer those. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's a TIF map extension. We are down to the wire with getting actual improvement plans ready and final map. So filed the extension just to make sure that we didn't step over the line anywhere.
Any questions for the applicant this evening? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, one more thing. The county council just advised me to do it, and I then quickly put it out of my mind. Are you okay with all of the changes in the conditions of approval?
I am.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so we have a motion for staff recommendation. Do I have a second?
Yeah, I'll second. It appears to be the subdivision remains consistent with the general plan, and they passed the EIR and CEQA addendum. Makes sense. So, second.
Thank you. A motion and a second. Any further discussion before I ask for the roll to be called? All right, please call the roll.
Members Conklin,
Aye.
Corona Sabagnano.
Aye.
Devlin.
Aye.
And Raythel.
Yes.
And the motion carries with those members present.
Thank you. Please call item number 2.
So your item number 2 this evening is for a zoning ordinance amendment. And the applicant is the County of Sacramento, Division of Planning and Environmental Review. It's county-wide. To rescind a minor use permit requirement for on-sale of alcoholic beverages. And the environmental document is that it is exempt.
Okay, Jessica Brandt, Planning and Environmental Review. We do have my co-project lead, Irving Huerta here, who is happy to provide a presentation on this item or to just simply answer any questions that the commission may have as well.
Sounds good. Sorry, I'm still confused that it was on staff presentation. So now we're on the non-contested portion of the agenda. Any questions for staff or a desire to see a presentation on this from staff?
I have a question. Is there any information that the county requests in their review that will be missed by removing this and that is not required by the ABC?
Good afternoon, Planning Commission. Irving Huerta, Assistant Planner and Project Manager. In terms of information, essentially we won't be getting the minor use permit application materials. Essentially what will happen is that any businesses that wish to do on sale of alcoholic beverages will go straight to the alcoholic beverage control, not through planning. Essentially what we realize is that our requirements and eventually our conditions pretty much mirror what ABC already requires for applicants, or in this case, business owners.
Yeah, just to add on to that, we looked at what the sheriffs provide as far as data and input to ABC when new license applications go through ABC. And it's the same as what they were providing us for minor use permits. So the ABC is getting the same information that we were getting. Same with business licensing. A lot of the same information goes into the business license itself that the alcohol license is paired with. And then business license, ABC. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I think it's between those two and general county regulations, we didn't find any additional information that we were going to miss by striking this requirement.
Okay, great, thank you. And then the notification to property owners and tenants are those, it seems like those are within 300 feet of the site, and 300 feet I think is less. Is that less than what the notice requirement that's given for other projects or applications?
Yes, that was, for whatever reason, what was adopted for this minor use permit in particular. Some of our other minor use permits have that smaller radius. I think the idea is that the impact might be lessened with a minor level permit. If we do rescind this minor use permit requirement, there would be no more noticing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hi. So just to clarify, the applicant would, provided that this move forward, the applicant would be relieved of the $1,300 processing fee for the minor use permit, and then the typically forecasted 3-month permitting time would be eliminated. So applicants would basically be saving time and money.
Irving Huerta, Assistant Planner speaking. Yes, that would be the case.
All right, that's all I needed to hear. Thank you.
Pretty straightforward.
Just follow up to a colleague's question. Related to, I guess, what I would describe as maybe the enforcement mechanisms between ABC and the current, eliminating this, would you characterize as the remaining tools to deal with problematic situations to be similar in process, or is this maybe, as proposed, maybe slightly more efficient? What I'm looking for is maybe that making sure that the ABC protections are as accessible, might be a good word, to staff for addressing problems.
So you're asking about if there are issues with the liquor licensing?
Are we taking away tools that, while this is a streamlining process, are we taking away tools that are actually also valuable at the same time? Or is this, maybe more of a redundancy and those tools lie elsewhere?
Yeah, that was one of the questions that we looked into before we really got moving on this. And it is basically a redundancy. Everything that is conditioned on these minor use permits are either already conditions that are covered under their alcohol licensing, and so the ABC would be responsible for regulating on those conditions. And they do have their own staff that go out and do the regulation. And then the balance were either business license conditions or just county code requirements related to nuisance abatement and the like, and either on the minor use permit or just on the face of being a nuisance abatement issue, both of those would go to code enforcement. So it really didn't add any sort of tool. I don't believe it'll take any away.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Other questions for staff this evening? All right. Do we have any public comment this evening?
There are no public comments.
Okay, we'll go ahead and close public comment. I'm happy to move staff recommendation. I think this is a great step in the right direction, and hope we find more redundant processes that we can slash and save applicants time and money in the future. Can I have a second?
I would second that.
All right. Any further discussion? All right. Please call the roll.
Commissioners Conklin,
Aye.
Corona Sabagnano,
Yes.
Devlin,
Aye.
and Rathel.
Yes.
And the motion carries with those members present.
All right. Commissioner Borja, you're right on time for item number 3. We're on the planning director's report.
All right, so Jessica Brand again. Director Smith is not here tonight. I'm going to give the planning director's report. It will be fairly brief. I am reporting that this will be my last meeting as your representative from planning. I've accepted another position with the city of Folsom, and so Todd Smith will be taking over as your general representative in the interim while they recruit for my position. And the managers with current planning will be in attendance, as well as all the regular faces with projects. So just wanted to let you all know it's been a pleasure. And then we can move on to scheduling. So I believe, was it Commissioner Conklin, were you absent next? Who was going to be absent?
No, it's Commissioner Devlin,
Devlin?
on the in May.
Oh, in May.
Is it
Okay.
6th or 8th? Let me take a gander.
6th.
I'm 50-50.
50-50, there we go.
All right, that's fine. So next meeting, we have legislative updates to the zoning code that are going to come to you for review and a recommendation vote. And then we also have the Hazel Ridge subdivision coming. That one we do anticipate to be controversial on a scale of minor use permit to Jesuit high school, maybe in the middle. So we do expect some community involvement on that night. And then the 6th, we have a development plan review for an industrial project and a wireless facility. And the wireless facility is not a controversial item at this point that we know about. And then the 20th, we have the countywide rezone project is going to come for your review, and then the 5-year capital improvement plan review. And that is what I have on kind of the upcoming agendas. Just a little preview. And that ends my report.
Thank you, Jessica. Let me be the first to say it's been a pleasure serving with you for many years. I'll also go on record and say I had nothing to do with Jessica moving to Folsom, but I look forward to working with you there also. And I just really appreciate your professionalism and your expertise that you've given to the County of Sacramento for many years. Thank you. Any other comments this evening?
Yeah, I apologize for being a few minutes late, and I echo the sentiment. Thank you for being a resource to myself and the rest of the commissioners, and definitely the level of communication and follow-through was greatly appreciated. It would be big shoes to fill, but we wish you the very best as you transition to your new position in Folsom, and the city of Folsom is very lucky to have you there. So thank you, Ms. Brandt.
Congratulations.
Jessica, congratulations. Our loss, their gain. But I hope that our paths will cross in the future. You've been a tremendous resource, and I'm really, truly grateful to have worked ever so briefly, but with you. So again, congratulations.
I want to echo that too. Congratulations. Wish you the best in Folsom, and we'll miss you. Thank you.
All right, that brings us to item number 5. Do we have any general public comments this evening?
And we do not.
All right, we're going to go ahead and adjourn at a record-setting 5:46 p.m. Have a great night, everybody.